Okay, do you want me to just talk through his routine? I can't hear her if she is talking.
Okay, sorry, now it's working. I
Hi.
was like doing hand signals. Yeah, just talk through his routine and everything, Erica. So
Okay.
that way everyone on the call can learn about him. And as Valerie said, this is all live stream. So we're currently live
Mhm.
stream on YouTube. I'm trying to get the live stream to work on Facebook. So yeah, start talking
Okay.
about him so
Yeah.
that way. And Robin, I'm sure would love to hear about him too. Robin, he's actually smaller than what the video kind of shows.
Yeah.
So definitely like Robin, he might be a potential good fit for you too.
Yeah, so Dingo is about 30 pounds. He's a small, skinny little guy. I sometimes call him a noodle because once he like lays down, he like flops over. He's a very loving guy. He's very skittish at first. We're not really sure if that's kind of his breed or whatever history, but he's very skittish at first, and then you kind of, as you earn his trust, which is just through, not being in his blind spot. And he loves treats. He grows to love you. He is super chill guy. He's house trained. He doesn't pull on the leash when we go for walks. Um, in fact, so I don't have a fenced back in yard, so he could go with either. But when I do take him out sometimes to let him like run a little bit more, since I can't let him run without a leash, I do the extendable leash at those times. And within one time of taking him out, he established like how far he could go before it pulls because he just hates when it pulls. And so he'll just run in a circle on the extendable leash, throwing pine cones in the air and tries to catch them. It's pretty comical. He is a fast learner. He's very smart. He likes to sleep in a pet bed when at night. He does sometimes jump into the bed and does, want to sleep that way, because he does very much get attached to whoever his people are. We're working on crate training. He now goes to his crate automatically. We've been working on that in the last few weeks. So again, he's very, very intelligent. Um, He's just a lover. I was saying that he was pretty skittish at first. Um, but when I have two dogs of my own, and that really helped him to kind of feel more comfortable and trusting in the environment. However, I think he would be okay without other dogs. But totally, I haven't seen him in that environment. I'm trying to think what else I could chat about with him. Um, Yeah. I don't know what the timing is at either. It's hard to see on the phone.
That's true. Lane, am I unmuted? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Thanks, Kelsey. Lane, did you mute Kelsey?
Yes, I was muted.
We'll get the kinks worked out. That's actually just a short little thing to say. Lane and I have been doing virtual events for many, many years, and this is our first pet one. When I got Pebbles, I was like, we have to do this for the rescue space. So Kelsey is a brave soul. She's the one helping me work through this and transition all the knowledge and the experience and all the things, all the tech and all the things over into the pet space. So thank you, Kelsey, because this is like it's beta. We're in beta mode.
Yeah. But
All
that was
right.
a great, Erica, that was a great description of Dingo. And thank you so much for showing him to all
Yes,
of us.
absolutely. I
And
literally have treats sitting here because we were practicing sit just in his bed, but we lost him. So
That's all right. You did. I was going to say that too. Kelsey, thank you for saying it.
yeah.
Erica, you did a very fine job. That was
thank
fabulous.
you.
And I can see, that Dingo's going to be a great fit for somebody for sure. For sure.
And go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, I was just going to
Uh,
say, do you have pictures of him on the gallery yet?
yeah, I tried to add, well, I know that they get approved before, so I added a few into that to get looked at this morning. So hopefully
Okay, well,
there's some in
I'll
there.
go in there and get him showing on the gallery in a hot minute.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So that was a beautiful job. And if Erica's on later, we'll probably have more time. Maybe Dingo will be awake by then. Who knows? We'll see. All right, Lane's going to put Kelly up next. Kelly is going to be chatting with Kelsey about Obi and then Wanda. Kelly Lacey.
She was here.
She was here a second ago.
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Puppies.
This is normally their nap time, but man, they are like hyped out. So this is Obi. Get a quick glimpse of him because his heart is racing and he's probably going to run away from me in like 2 seconds. But him and his 8 siblings were born on January 1st, and I'm gonna let him down. They weigh about 700 pounds right now, and they are just little like Spitfires. When Wanda comes near me, I'll show you her. They have, so Obi's a boy, Wanda's a girl, and then there was another boy, but he's been adopted, at least that's my understanding. And then there are 6 other little girls that either look just like Obi or just like Wanda, and that are also up for adoption. You can hear them yelling at each other in the background. They are doing so well. We have them on a really good schedule, usually, where they're napping, and they're doing much better with, going outside. Obi's even going to the door now when he needs to go outside to go potty. There's still accidents. They're only like 7 weeks old, so that happens. But they just play and play and play and play, and then they crash. So they're doing really well in their crates, and playing around. I think Wanda's attacking him because I put the bow tie around his neck and she's trying to get the bow tie. So yeah, they're doing really, really well. They are understanding that our old dog and our cat, who's like twice their size right now, aren't super interested in them. So they're learning to keep their distance, and they haven't been fully vaccinated, so we haven't really like gotten them out anywhere or whatever, but they love to run around in the yard and try to eat the bark dust. So we have to try to keep that from happening. Here. Let me see how I can make this work. Okay. This is one.
Oh.
He's a little bigger than Obi. Obi's the runt. Say hi, Wanda.
Oh, how precious. How big are they going to get?
I have no idea. The mom, I think, was like around like my husband's doing sign language at me, about 40 pounds. And they have no idea who the dad is. So I just keep calling them muddy mutts. Who knows what they're all mixed with. They look like maybe boxer, definitely like some hound dog in there. You can tell that when they get to howling and barking and growling at each other, and they're just the cutest things in the world. This is our first time ever fostering puppies. Or having puppies in general. So if you're thinking about fostering puppies, just know it is possible. There are good resources. Kelsey and everybody has had like so many like great things for us, and given us puppy pads and toys and things like that, and things on the website that we can access. And so yeah, so it's been interesting, but it's been great. And here's Obi behind. Come here, Goober. Come here. Look at this face.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this face.
What a face.
I just love this face and this belly. He's the lover of the two. He is more about following us around and being wherever we're at, especially if we're near the pantry, because he knows that's where his food is. And so he loves to cuddle and everything. Wanda is more of the wild card. I call her Sassy Pants. And she's just kind of off doing her own little thing all the time. We met all of the other puppies. There's very much a mix of, which ones seem to be super adventurous and which ones are a little bit more shy. But they're all like just so adorable. And I'm pretty sure that they're still looking for fosters to like take them in like pairs until they get old enough to be separated as siblings. So they need to be together right now for that bite inhibition and all of that they're teaching each other currently at the moment, if you can hear them.
And I will mention that they grew up in a home with kids, so they are familiar with getting handled since really early on, which is really great too, because they have had that socialization skill, like as you mentioned, Kelly, too, like with them being together as well. So
Mhm.
they all are very, very sweet puppies, and all of them are looking for great homes.
Yeah, they are. They, mentioning earlier, about like animals and stuff. Some of the things that I like about having animals is that they keep you busy. They, give you something to do. So instead of just staring mindlessly at the TV all the time, it's like, oh, they have to be taken out. Oh, they need to be taken for walks. Although these guys aren't leash trained yet, so we're not taking them for walks and, and vaccinations and all that stuff. But when that time comes, then it'll be a lot of fun to spend a lot of time with them with training and taking them on walks and all of that. They're learning how to use the snuff pad with, we just put a few kibbles of their treats in there. They play really well together with toys, but then also very, very well separately. And just working on getting them into a routine because, like any baby, they need to be in a routine. So that's been pretty interesting, but they occupy each other pretty well with playing and stuff like that. And um, taking one tiny little toy and dragging it around the house and growling and yelling at each other for 30 minutes through it. They also like the cat toys. We have a cat tunnel that they love running through.
Oh, wow.
And so they are just being like, they're being crazy people right now. This is literally, they're usually like completely zonked out. But I was like, well, we better get them up and, let them pee. And then, oh, it sounds like one of them might have had an accident just now.
Uh-oh.
But we got them up to let them pee, and I was just like, oh, they'll just sleep through this whole thing. You guys could look at their cute little sweet bodies, sleeping bodies, but nope, they are running around like crazy people. Wanda, come here.
So I wonder if you might at some point, if you haven't yet, maybe you have, but you could probably get some really cute video of them going through the cat tunnel for social media.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any
That'd
of
be cute.
the video of that yet, but I need to I need to do that for sure. I have lots of video of them fighting over different toys and
Aw.
running around. And Obi has learned how to jump up on the couch, which, we're gonna start teaching him. He needs to have permission to do that. But he's learned how to jump up on the couch, but Wanda has not, and that makes her very angry. So the video of that happening and everything.
Oh my.
But he's a little firecracker, but he's a lot smaller than she is. So it's kind of funny, like watching them set boundaries with each other and everything. But yeah, I'm trying to get as many photos and videos and things as I can without being annoying. I probably have like 500 on my phone already, and it's been a week.
You sound like a professional foster.
I'm trying.
Super pro.
This is only our second time fostering. We fostered another dog starting last like October, November, and he just recently was adopted. Him and our cat just couldn't figure out how to get along, and so he has a wonderful new home. And so we were just like, well, maybe our cat will be better with puppies. And so we're trying this out, and it seems to be working out, and the puppies are enjoying themselves. And, we're keeping ourselves alert with, making sure usually that they're not pottying somewhere.
Right.
Or on usually or going in a spot that they're not supposed to be. But they found the floor vacuum very interesting, but they'll eventually get used to that. And they're just like the sweetest little cuddle bugs. It's so hard because like, all of the videos and stuff are like, puppies need really good sleep, so you need to put them in their crate so they can get really good sleep. I know you want to cuddle them, but we still cuddle them sometimes because they're just so precious. But yeah, it's been a really fun time, an interesting time, and so definitely no regrets.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing those beautiful creatures with us. They are so adorable.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know somebody's gonna just love them up. You're gonna find a great home for those guys and
For
girls.
sure. Thank you.
For the guy and girl. Thank you so much for sharing so much about them. So that was Wanda and Obi. Beautiful. Thank you, Kelly. All right. Our next one is Julia. Julia has a couple of cats she's been taking care of, Suki and Freya. And Julie, I saw your hearts floating up into the screen earlier. That was a nice touch. I loved it. So let's hear
Okay.
about them.
So I'm trying to get them so you can see them. Oh, well, I have Suki and Freya. They're sisters. They were born, I believe, either the 2nd or the 3rd of May of last year. And this is Suki. Their personalities are a little bit different. Suki is the one that's most interactive and I guess more affectionate and more I don't know, quirky. And Freya's a little bit more reserved. It took her a little bit to get used to me. She doesn't like for me to like pet her, but she'll come to me when she wants to be pet. So she does like to spend time around people and other cats. They're both very affectionate with the other. I have 4 other cats. So they're both, Suki sleeps with me at night. Freya doesn't, but she will come on the couch and watch TV with me at night. Suki is very food driven. She loves to eat. She gets very excited. And actually that could be a little bit of an issue because she's putting on a little weight and it's kind of hard to, because of the other cats, hard to, ration her food.
Yeah.
But they're not very picky. They eat whatever food and they like treats. Freya, she is the one that's most athletic. She loves to play with the laser pointer. Sometimes, if I'm looking at my phone and I have if I have the sun is shining on the screen and it goes on the ceiling, Freya just goes nuts and she wants to get it.
Oh, wow.
Let's see if I can get him to it.
Oh yeah.
This
Treats are
is
pretty
so
much
cute.
the way to do it. Nice. And if you said it, I missed it. About how old are they?
They were born last May, so what, 8 months, 8, 9 months? They'll be
Oh,
1
okay.
year in May this year. Oh,
Okay.
there's Freya right here.
That's
And
actually a
then
good age. You
this
did
is
the hard work
Wrangler.
of.
He's mine. Just ignore him.
We won't. We can say hello to Wrangler. So you did the hard work. When kittens are new kittens, they're like, well, we just got a new kitten rescue and it just tore up the place. That
Yes.
can be a handful.
Yeah, at first they were a little bit, I guess I'm not saying destructive, but they would just get into everything and now they're a little bit more, they calm down a little bit and they don't wake me up in the morning anymore, which is a plus.
Oh,
And
sure.
they really get along with my other cat. I wouldn't say that they're bonded. However, since they've been together since birth, and I think all of their siblings got adopted, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they're the last 2 remaining of their siblings. So look at Wrangler.
Nice.
Look at her.
Now I have a question for Kelsey. Kelsey, did I understand right when is Suki's adoption fees discounted or
Yes.
covered, or tell me more?
Suki's adoption fee, Suki's adoption fee is completely covered. So that was due to Reiki International sponsoring her adoption fee. So thank you to that company for sponsoring her fee. So if you are interested in adopting Suki, there's no adoption fee. You still just have to complete the adoption application, which is lpah.org. /adoption. And that's also on the dashboard for this event as well. There's a direct link to adoption applications, but Suki's completely sponsored. So thank you, Reiki International, for sponsoring her adoption fee.
And this is Freya, and she actually doesn't mind to be held for a little bit.
That's great.
And
Well,
let me get Suki.
do
she
that.
is.
Yep. There we
That's
go.
Suki. They look really similar. It took me a while to get them distinguished.
To tell them. Suki has this almost like wild animal color patterning to her. Yeah. They're adorable. Well, Julia, thank you again. Thank you so
Thank
much. You
you.
did a fine job featuring those two pets. I
Thank
appreciate you so much.
you.
Thank you. All right. So next up, we've got Carrie is going to be sharing a couple of dogs with us. We've got Maeve, if I'm saying that right, and Marley. So Carrie Carpenter, Lane's getting you up here and he'll get you unmuted. Good deal. All right.
Hi,
Carrie.
everybody. Okay, I'm going to show you Maeve. Oh, she's sleeping. Hi, baby. So this is my little girl. This is Maeve. She's maybe 40 pounds. She's little, but she's all muscle. Doesn't do great in public. She's sort of sucked at adoption events just because she's terrified of new people, new places. We've done a lot of training with the trainer through Lending Paws a Hand, and she's like exponentially better. She's still nervous around new people. She still gets really timid. But once she gets to know you, she's an athlete. She is bouncing off the wall. She's fully a parkour queen. She loves other dogs. She loves people once she gets to know them. She had a little bit of an issue with my female Weimaraner. That was my dog. But since then, they've been fine. She's fine with the other two dogs in my house. So, I mean, she can be a little selective. I would think that, you know, she'd be fine with any dog so long as the introductions were slow and done appropriately. I mean, she's never been around cats, so I don't know how she would behave with them. She's pretty high drive, very feisty, very silly, and just really fun and really cute. And then I have senior Marley, who is a 13, maybe 14 now. I'll have almost had her a year. Anatolian Shepherd. She is just looking for a retirement home. She's super easy. She's big. But other than that, she's super low maintenance, has absolutely no requirement to do any sort of exercise. That's sort of where she lays. We finally got her to lay on a bed. Before, she wouldn't even get on a bed. She liked the carpet, she liked the floor. And she's just the sweetest. She finally eats. For a long time, she wouldn't even eat much. I would think she would do really well with anybody that doesn't have a yard or doesn't have a lot of time for exercise for a dog. She's just really affectionate and just really chill, really easy. Just, you know, my senior lady looking for a retirement home. We're still working with Maeve as far as introductions to new places, introductions to new sounds, locations. I'm taking her out about once or twice a week just to get her used to being in a new environment. And every once in a while, she'll let people like feed her. And she'll come up to them and say hi. She usually does really well. She gets curious. She desperately wants to see people. So she'll be sniffing at their feet. But then the second they turn around to look at her, she's like, oh no. So she just needs a minute. But yeah, those are my dogs. Marley is not fixed. She's 14. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I would have to talk to everybody else, but Maeve is ready to go. Marley had a bunch of medical issues when we first got her, but she has a clean bill of health now, and at a really healthy weight, so she's good.
So the senior one,
Yes.
Can I see that face again? How old did you say? Likely? Approximately?
13, 14. She was an owner surrender. So I think she had one owner. She wasn't in the best shape when we found her as a stray, and then we found the owner. So Kelsey would be able to explain more about that backstory.
Yeah. Yeah. She was
I'd
found
like to
as
hear.
a, there she is. Hi, Marley. She's like, why are you looking at me? She was found as a stray and she was microchipped. So this is a good story of always microchip your pets. So she was microchipped. We ended up contacting the owner, and the owner unfortunately decided to surrender Marley to the rescue. Well, I guess I don't know if it's really unfortunate or not, but we were able to, really help her get her health up to date on everything, and get her, a healthy weight, as Carrie mentioned, and really kind of help Marley Hill. She is again a senior, so we're really looking for someone that wants to have a senior in their home and provide that hospice care that she needs. I will also mention with Maeve that Carrie has been really working hard on her training. So, even though Carrie had mentioned, Maeve is really shy, she's an excellent dog with her training so far. She's really improving on her leash pressure, walking well on a leash, listening to commands. And that's like a great feature about Maeve, and a great feature for Carrie too, because she's been a great foster in training both of her fosters. So the nice thing about us being a foster-based rescue is the dogs do get the training that they need.
Yeah, I mean,
That
she's
is
crate trained.
totally cool.
She's potty trained. She knows all the basics: sit, stay, down, place, come, like all of those she's really good at. It's just in public that we're still working on confidence, really. But even outside, going to play, she's just really fun.
Well, you know what? I'm glad Kelsey brought that up too. And Carrie, beautiful job on featuring those pets. And thank you so much for taking such good care of them. I mean, I can
You're
tell that
welcome.
you care about what you're doing so much. And Kelsey, I'm glad you mentioned the benefits of obtaining one of these pets from you guys, because of the fact that so much work goes into them, and you're taking care of all of the hard, heavy lifting kind of tasks before they're even placed into a forever home. That's so nice. So, all right, thank you, Carrie. We've got Kelsey. Now, Kelsey is stepping in and going to talk about, Lane's going to show a video of a pet, Griffin, and Kelsey's going to share some information about Griffin. And then Kelsey, do you have Luke with you to share Luke also?
I can, yes. Luke is by my feet, so I can also share Luke as well. But I
we
would love to
for that.
I would love to talk about Griffin a little bit. So yeah, if you guys want to show the video and then I can talk after that, that sounds good. Maybe. Is the video playing?
So you want her? Okay, you can do Luke first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do Luke. So Luke is at my feet. He's also sleeping. I think this is nap time for all dogs right now. Can you guys see him okay? Yeah, so he is about a year old. He turned a year in January. He's a super sweet. His genetics are an American Staffordshire Terrier and Husky mix. So he definitely is a high drive dog, but he has his napping times as well. So he loves to play, run around and romp in the yard, and then we'll come back in and nap. He is crate trained, house trained, and he also has gone through basic training as well. So he knows how to walk on a leash. He's still learning a little bit about leash pressure. So, if he does see a squirrel running around, he may potentially pull on the leash. But, he's easily corrected. He's an overall great dog. He gets along well with kids. With other dogs, he can get along well with them as well, but it just requires slow introductions, just because he's still a little unsure of new environments and new things. So definitely taking it slow with him works best. He's an overall, goofy, sweet dog. He is interesting. He doesn't really play with toys very much. He loves his bones and he really loves human affection. So I think, definitely if you're looking for a dog that's going to hang out by your feet, or kind of follow you around the house, that would be Luke. He definitely wants to please his humans, please anyone that comes in contact with him, and he's really good at doing that. Luke, let's see if he'll get up again. Luke, he's kind of looking. There he is. Hi, buddy. Hi. Yeah, so this is Luke. He loves giving kisses and saying hello to everyone. That's all I was going to say about Luke, I think, unless anyone has any questions.
All right. Thank you so much, Kelsey. Lane is almost ready with the video. Let me make sure he's got it.
I could see if someone's in the chat asking questions.
Okay.
Oh,
Any second now.
Yep.
Yep, he'll have it.
I can talk about Griffin real quick, I guess, while Lane's...
Go right ahead.
Yeah, so Griffin's super sweet too. He came from the Lee County Animal Shelter. He's what I like to call a pint-sized little pitty. So he has super short legs and he's very stocky. He aims to please as well. I think he would definitely do good in a home with someone that's going to be home often. He really likes being by his humans, giving them affection, and hanging out with them. He can get along with other dogs as well. It just takes him a really long time. So we would definitely recommend a home that's knowledgeable in dog interactions and making sure like it's a good fit. He has also been going through training, so he's been doing a great job. His foster Rebecca is taking him to group training outings through a group trainer, and so she's been working on that with him as well.
Awesome.
And then we can show a video. Yes.
He is so cute.
Yes.
I think he's adorable. All right, Lane's just about got it.
He has very cute markings. And he was found as a stray from the Lee County Shelter, and then the rescue pulled him from there, and then he's been fostered by Rebecca.
Okay, here we go.
He's working on his placed command, it looks like.
Super smart, and he loves to play ball.
Uh-huh.
Griffin thrives on companionship, so he'd do really well with someone that can include him in their daily lives. He's good with other dogs that are calm, and he loves to cuddle. He likes learning new tricks and going on hikes.
Welcome, Matt. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lane. Okay, folks, am I all set to get started?
You are all set to get started.
Awesome. Awesome. So my name is Matthew Ball with ABC Dog Training, and I've been volunteering with Lending Paws a Hand for the last few years, very part-time. First of all, I want to thank everyone for participating in this great event and opportunity to learn a lot more about Lending Paws a Hand. Some of our volunteers and staff, and also I believe some of the dogs available. Forgive me, I've had a very busy day training dogs. I've been running all over the place. So these are some great dogs that are looking for some forever homes. And I'm really looking forward to hopefully seeing some of them here now that I'm signed on and ready to rock and roll and participate for the rest of the night. I'm really privileged to have been chosen to speak to you guys this afternoon. They could have chosen any other of the 728 dog trainer applicants, but for some reason they went with me. I'm not sure if it's my personality or my excellent communication skills, or just the talent, but I'm grateful and excited. So we're going to get right to it, folks. We're going to talk about some tips for your new rescue dog, and this will go for any dog. Okay, a new to you dog, maybe even one of your current dogs. But this is kind of focused for the rescue dogs, which are 95% of the roughly 1,400 dogs I've handled over the last 9 years. Mostly rescue dogs. All very diverse, and we must understand that. But they all learn the same. So let's talk about that just a little bit more. And then I'm going to go out and mess around with my dog outside for a few minutes if we have time, just to show you what I'm talking about. So I highly advise anybody thinking about fostering or adopting a dog, or if you have a dog, it's really important that we start off on the right foot. Um, and with that being said, um, the leash is your best friend, folks. Okay, especially since we don't truly know these dogs that well. It's our job and responsibility to guide them and keep them safe. Our leash is our power steering to our car. It's our brakes if we need to slow them down a bit. It's our accelerator if we want to speed them up a little bit. It's very, very important. Okay, so that leash is your best friend, as well as the crate. And I know some people may disagree with that, and that's fine. Um, I teach it, the dogs love it. I've fixed hundreds of dogs that wouldn't go near a crate or have severe anxiety in it. There's a proper way to introduce things to dogs, okay, folks? Um, but first, we really need to build a little bit of a relationship, a proper relationship, a human canine relationship. And that's very important to understand because I didn't always do it right in my early days of training dogs. Okay, so this is what I kind of do now, and I have done for well over 1,000 dogs, especially in the last 5 or 6 years. I usually mostly ignore the dogs, okay, for the first day or two. And I always have a leash or a long line on the dog. I have a prevention mindset. I'm just learning this dog. They're in a whole new world, a whole new environment, away from everything they've known, whether it's the stress of the shelter or a different environment with a foster home with 3 little kids and in and out and loud music. We don't know. So they're in a whole new world to the dog. Okay, we have to be sympathetic to that and let them adjust. It typically only takes 1 to 3 days, from my experience. Again, we have a prevention mindset. Okay, many homes, they have children, guests. I wouldn't recommend that for the time being, for the first few days or so, till you really learn this dog's characteristics, personality, drive, and temperament. I like them to settle. Okay, again, I mostly ignore them. They're in the same room as me, they're on a long line, I'm with them, or they're in a safe place like a crate. Okay, they'll come up to me, they'll wag their tail. Every dog is different. Sometimes they're fearful, timid, insecure, and that's okay. I don't look at them. I may throw a little piece of a kibble real slowly and calmly. Okay, throw it towards them. My sense on the kibble, I may say a calm good. Again, it's dog dependent. We must know the dog first. We must show them we are safe. Okay, and not all dogs will come up to us at first. Soon enough, you'll get some tail wags and they'll be coming up to you. Okay, I may use some calm good cues, like I just spoke about, so the dog can hear my voice. And they're also pairing it with eating. Ideally, we say the word first, good. Toss a piece of kibble, just like yes. When I train, my marker words. We'll get into that in a few minutes if we have time. Okay. I do not recommend allowing the dog, for now, to physically interact with any other animals in my house. Oh, let's see how it will do with the other dog. Oh, let's see how it'll do with the cat. Let's see how it will do with my infant or my 3-year-old. They all are critters, animals to the dog. A dog is a predator. Use caution is all I'm saying. Most of the time you'll be fine. I don't risk that, whether it's a board and train at my cabin and facility back home, or I'm actually having a board and train right here starting in a week in my little camper with my high drive German Shepherd. Okay, in a little tiny 200 square feet. Okay, and it will go great. Again, guests, try to keep these people away for now. I want you folks to learn and bond with this dog, especially one of the adults. Ideally both, but one of you take the lead for the first couple days. Just what I recommend. Okay, I do want the people, the cats, and everything else to be present and living their life, right? But I don't want the dog to be able to go interact with them physically yet. I want to watch the dog responses to all these stimulus. That's what they are in a nutshell, right? A stimulus. What happens when you put on your jacket? What does your dog do? Grab your car keys, put on your shoes, go open the refrigerator, right? Bring out a ball. They're all a stimulus. We are conditioning our dogs by everything we say and do. Okay. So safety first. Watch their body language, their tail, their posture. Do they retreat a little bit? Are they nervous? Do they duck their head? Okay. Do they like food? Will they eat food? All these things are important. Some dogs may not eat for a day or two. It's all normal. It's safety first. Safety is first above all. We've got to show them by being calm and cool and mostly ignoring them, we're not a threat. And pay them good with kibble if you can to help them relax a little bit. And I usually wait till they're calm and cool, right? First gear, nice and calm or laying down. Just a good and disengage. Good boy, disengage. That's it. Couple pats if they're ready, usually on the shoulders or below the head to start, and watch their responses. Okay, so again, it typically takes 1 to 3 days. Once the dog settles, I start right off with teaching them words. I start teaching them some human words so I can guide them and shape them and help them make great choices, because my goal, as anyone's, I'd hope, whether we're raising children or dogs, I want to create the best child, the best dog I can, right? I want to bring out their fullest genetic potential. Okay. So I will start introducing the markers. I do that through hand feeding for 5 minutes in the morning, the first half of the dog's meal. I've got hundreds and hundreds of free live videos. Maybe we can share that when we're talking later. But I teach yes, wrong, and good. And I'll go show you that in a few minutes. I also introduce them to the crate. I also have every dog and client gets a little $30 elevated dog bed. Great for sports. It's drastically different than the ground and the floor. It's a safe place for them to go, easy to clean. They love it. It can turn into an obedience command. It can help with guest greetings, play, obedience, duration, distance work, etc. And I'll show you that here in a minute. Okay. Everything is positive to start. Okay. Some people will say withholding food is negative. I do it to teach this sound. Wrong. Nice and calm, right? I'm withholding what you want until you respect me. You can't bite my fingers off and jump and paw and bark, or I will calmly say, wrong, wrong. As soon as you back off, yes. And then you get this food. Okay, so this sound, yes, predicts the food. Dogs get it, folks. It's in our dogs. Like humans, they pursue pleasure and want to learn and avoid displeasure if we do it right. But that can also go a little haywire. And this is where your leash handling skills come in. It takes practice. Okay, it takes practice. I wouldn't recommend practicing on a new dog. Not very fair to them. Practice with a partner, a child, close the leash and the door, okay, and practice adjusting it so there's a little bit of slack, okay. Practice makes progress. So beyond that, I also introduced the easy command. Good easy. Toss kibble. If the dog's in first gear, good easy. Toss kibble. All classic and operant conditioning concepts based in learning theory. Okay. Also, during the first couple of weeks, I really recommend building, this relationship, proper relationship, right? With a dog, with a wolf. Okay. They are not human. Okay, get some engagement, get some relationship going, and bond with them properly. Our dogs just want to be with us. We create dogs that are all over us and dependent on us, and that's not healthy long term. Okay, it really isn't. Our dogs are bred to have fun, run around, play, and work for humans, and respect us and be kind. And be kind. Okay, and I do a lot during the feeding time, like I said. First half of the meal, for the first 5 to 7 minutes, for the first half of the meal. The food is coming through me. That speaks volumes to the dog, just like in the wild. The food comes from the parents, right? Okay. The dog should be under our guidance and supervision, right? Especially that first month or so, till you really, really, truly know this dog. You're taking them to new places. You're exposing them to new environments and situations at a distance, right? At a distance, folks. Don't just throw your dog into a dog park. You can do what you want. I don't recommend it. I've seen what it can create. Actually, a board and train's coming next week for that very reason. It got ambushed, assaulted, and traumatized 5 years ago. It's never gotten over that. From one isolated incident getting ripped open and stitches and staples. Okay, I don't recommend that, folks. Okay, our dogs need us. They need us. Okay, for now. Find a good, safe dog that's a good fit after a few weeks, a month, fine. Introduce them properly. There's a right way to introduce two dogs. You don't just bring them right together on a line. Let's see how this works out. Okay? The human must become very important. The long line is an invaluable tool. I start every dog on the long line. Okay. I also introduce gentle leash pressure once the dog understands yes, 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 yes. The sound is consistent, so I can help them learn and understand what this is, what I want them to do. And it all starts with luring and shaping and introducing the yes, wrong, and good. So if I have a few more, do I have a couple more minutes, folks, to show you a couple of these things for 3 minutes?
How about this? You shared with us that you're going to be around. Is that right?
Yes, I'm going to be around.
So the reason I ask that is because if we could do our best to keep our pets showings on schedule, I know that we'll have some space in a while. Are you
Okay.
flexible for that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much because yeah, we want to get those pets shown and
Absolutely.
but I got to tell you something. That was some impressive stuff. I am so excited about the fact we have a replay because I am going to watch that replay. Don't you guys
Awesome.
agree? That was incredible information that we needed. Absolutely needed. Yeah.
Good.
I
It's
should have been
just the way I
taking
do it.
notes.
Yeah, it's just the way I do it. It works with 96% of dogs for a reason. Calm, cool, and fair.
That's such an easy way to explain it too, and it's memorable. That content is incredible, Matt. So,
Thank you.
and I understand Matt was talking with us for quite a while. He told us that he's going to keep producing content for people. So make sure that you follow him, you stay in touch with him. Matt, do you want to tell them where they can find you?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube, ABC Dog Training. Maybe I can post a link somewhere or email interested people. I'm on Facebook under Matthew Ball. My German Shepherd's next to me in the profile picture to help you find me. I love to help. And I'm also, anybody that adopts a dog, I'm going to be giving free video training package too. So if there's anybody that wants to adopt a dog today, we're going to get you going.
Thank you. That is so generous of you. And you guys, Matt's featured on our dashboard, of course, so you can also see his contact info there. That's so nice, Matt. Thank you for that.
Thank you for your time.
Wow. All right. So we are going to move into the next section and go ahead and look at some more of these beautiful adoptables. We have Lynn is going to be sharing Matilda with us. So Lane's going to get Lynn unmuted and featured, and That'll take just a sec. Okay, Lynn, if you can get your video on, Lane says he needs that before he can spotlight you. Do you want to turn your camera on? Got it? Okay, I'm looking at a cat. That's Matilda, I understand. All right, let's hear about Matilda.
Yeah, this is Matilda. We got her around Christmas time. She was a stray that came up to my sister's house, and we were thankfully able to get her in as a foster. She's been vaccinated and she has her appointment this week to get spayed. She's been very friendly with our other cats as well as our dog. She was actually a little friendlier with the dog at the start, but she's really gotten used to being with the other cats. She was never aggressive. It was mostly just a little rough playing, which you can kind of see here. She's a silly lady.
She knows not to bite hard. None of this is with any pressure behind it. She's a very friendly cat. She's actually, because she was outside for so long, I feel like she appreciates the inside a lot more. She actually recently she got out. The door, our back door had been left ajar, and the next night after we tried to move heaven and earth and whatever to get her back inside and find her, she came to the back door because she knew that she wanted to be in here instead of out there. It's too harsh out there.
Yeah, it is. Her eyes are gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's got pretty green, yellow eyes. We're thinking she's less than a year old, probably nearing a year.
Well, that's good. She seriously still has some spunk. I see that.
Oh yeah, she's very playful.
She's very independent, but she definitely appreciates when you seek her out and give her affection. If you wake her up from a nap, you give her a little scratch on the back of the head, and she pushes into it, and she pushes up with her feet, and it just that she likes your hand as long as you're nice to her, obviously, and she loves to be around people.
She's not been particularly cuddly. I wouldn't call her a lap cat, but she's getting more used to getting on the bed and getting on the couch with us. So she's very friendly, just not a lap cat yet. I think she could be a lap cat one day.
Yeah, she's still young.
Yeah. She likes to sleep at our feet. Sometimes she'll seek us out and sit on the couch next to us. So she definitely likes to be near us. She's still getting to know us, and she's very independent and confident. So she's at her own pace. She's warming up to us. At first, it felt like she didn't recognize us very easily, but as she started to understand our faces, she would if I would blink in front of her, you slow blink in front of cats, and it shows that you want to be friendly with them. At least that's our headcanon anyways. I'm not sure how real that is. But she likes to be near people. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I had a thing on to say.
That's all right.
Tori coming over.
Yeah. Here's Tori. We let her in the room too because she wanted to hang out. She's very independent, so if she'd definitely get along. She has assimilated into our own cat colony very easily. But she's a great first cat if you want to get like another cat eventually. She would prefer probably to be the first one because she's so independent and confident. She had to work her way into our hierarchy. So there was a little communicating between them, but as you can see, they're definitely friendly now. She's bunting on Tori here.
Oh yeah,
she likes her.
So that's some good advice then. That's really neat. How many pets do you have, Jason and Lynn?
We have 7 cats and 1 dog.
Woo! You got a house full of love there. Nice. Well, thank you so much for sharing her with us. And that was, what's her name again?
Matilda.
Matilda. Thank you. Okay. So that's Matilda. She's gorgeous. Surely someone's going to really appreciate having her soon.
And she's got little teeth. They're not showing right now.
Yeah, sometimes her little fangs poke out.
Aw.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate your hard work. All right. So we are ready for Leslie. I got to tell you, Leslie, you've been like so attentive throughout this entire program. Many of you have, but I was just particularly noticing Leslie. And she's got Loki. I have been dying to meet Loki. So Lane's going to get you unmuted and we're going to get to visit with you guys.
Loki. So this is Loki. He is he'll be 5 years old next month. And he came to us as a owner surrender. He was extremely thin at the time, and we've been working really hard at having him gain some weight. And he has some hair missing that hopefully his increase in vitamins and other probiotics and omega-3 will help with the hair growth. But he's a super friendly dog. He is, he gets along really well with our dog. We have a 9-month-old dog and they play a lot together. They like going outside together. He is house trained. He'll go to the door when he wants to go out, and when he wants to come in, he'll let you know. So, he follows us around the house. He doesn't really like to be on his own too much, but he likes to play with toys. And he's very driven by food since he was missing a lot of food. So he likes treats and is motivated to do things for you with the treats. He initially didn't like being in a crate, and he's gotten out of a crate in the past, but we have him in a crate at night and he sleeps in our room. And I get him in the crate. He goes in there with a biscuit, so that'll get him in there. And sometimes our dog goes in the crate with him. So he's just
That's nice.
Yeah. He's
What's
just
your other dog?
I don't know. Heinz 57.
Bigger or smaller than Loki?
She's smaller. She's about 40 pounds.
And how much is Loki about?
I'm thinking he's weighing maybe about 55 right now.
Yeah. He looks like a big dog.
I was going to say at a healthy weight, he should be around 60 to 70 being a chocolate lab.
Yeah.
So,
Big dog. Yeah.
But like Leslie said, you know, we've been working hard on putting weight on him again and everything. And so he's definitely doing great so far. Leslie, what would you say would be like his favorite thing he loves to do? Out of everything that he does at your house, what is his favorite thing?
Well, he'll do anything for food.
Yes.
But he likes to play with toys and chew on bones. And I got a toy out for him the other day. Let me get it down here. It has little things that if you could lift up, he could find treats underneath it. And he did really well with that. He was really interested in it. And so yesterday was the first time, because that was the first time I got it out. So, he's, the one thing is, like when we're getting ready to eat dinner, I just tell him, he comes over to the table, I say, you have to go lay down. And he does, surprisingly enough. So I'm really pleased with that. Oh, he got a couple of them open already. So. But he's just a super sweet dog. He rides well in the car. I took him to my office the other day. I work at a church, and he was in the office with me. And when we went out of the office, he ran down the hallway of the Sunday school building. But he was really good. Then he laid down, and he was quiet the rest of the time we were there. So he does like to ride in the car.
That's great. So what a great companion.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He's really a super sweet dog. I mean, he's just so nice. And he does pull on the leash. We're working on that with him. So he does well sometimes and other times not so well. So he was at his first adoption event last week, and he was friendly with just about everybody he saw. He likes, like I said, he
Wow.
gets around good with dogs. He likes kids. I'm not sure I would recommend really small kids that carry food around with them because he's
Yeah.
interested in that. So,
Yeah.
but overall, I think he would be a great dog for a family that, someone's home most of the time.
Yeah. You think we might see his face one more time before we
Sure.
move
Okay.
on to the next pet? There we go. Awesome. So beautiful. Thank you, Leslie.
All right, sure.
Thank you so much. That's a great dog. I'm so glad I got to meet Loki. I love that name too. Loki just sounds so good. All right, so now we've got Mariel. Mariel's going to share a couple of cats with us, Clover and Jasik. Clover and Jasik. So, hi, Mariel. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Thanks for being willing to share these pets.
Yes, I have my daughter Keely here with us too.
Good deal.
Let me get
Hi, Keely.
Hello. I'll get it turned around here. So this first one is Jasik. He is about 6 months old. They were born on August 17th. He is hanging out in one of these little tents. And then I have Clover here, who is laying over here relaxing. Say their brother just left and got adopted.
Yay.
So Clover actually has a bobtail, which if I can get him to stand up, you can kind of see. He has like a little bunny nub. Jasik was the only one of the boys that was born with a tail. So these two are in a house of 3 children, ages 9, 7, and 3. So they are not used to being in a quiet household by any stretch. They enjoy playing. I would say that Jasik is the most vocal. If he's in a different room, he'll often cry until he finds a buddy to hang out with. So they definitely both seek attention.
I love it.
Mariel, do you feel like they would do better going to the same home, or do you feel like they would be okay being separated? And can you provide more background just like on them with other cats in general as well?
Sure. These two are definitely more bonded than their brother Astor was, but I don't feel like it would be a necessity per se. As far as other kitties, we have our older cat. They approach her, but she's kind of grumpy and doesn't really care to interact with them, but they're not aggressive towards her. They just kind of carry on doing their own thing. We have a younger dog. He generally tries to chase, so they don't really get to interact a whole lot with him, but they're not afraid of him. They keep going back by his crate and his area.
They're lovely.
Yes.
And Mariel, can you talk about, like, do they like being held? What have your kids done with them already?
Sure.
Like socialization? Maybe one of your daughters can hold one
I think,
up.
yeah, that's what she was going to demonstrate. A lot of times Clover will let her hold him like a baby. When the woman was actually over here meeting Astor, he was doing that as well and almost fell asleep. So they're pretty used to lots of toys being held, piano noise, Legos. They tolerate the 3-year-old very well.
That's incredible. That is really, that's such a plus. I mean, to see those cats be able to just enjoy others like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had other children come over. They're not really affected by much of that at all.
That's terrific.
Yeah. So they're very gentle. I don't know if you can see even playing now. He's not biting hard, not scratching. It's just very gentle.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing those beautiful pets with us.
Yes. Thanks for having us.
Next up, we're going to have Lady Whiskerdown. Okay, that sounds regal. Lady Whiskerdown. Heather's going to share this pet with us, and Lane is getting you spotlighted, Heather. So we're
Come here,
ready
baby.
when you are. She's still muted, Lane.
Okay, there we go. Come here,
There
mama.
we go.
I have Lady. She's probably the biggest cat in our rescue. Come here, mama. She doesn't really like to be held too much, but kind of like a baby. Huh. Come here. She really loves food. Lady, come here. Come here, mama. She's very food motivated. Let me just take my
Helpful.
phone off of here.
So yeah, she looks like she's really soft. Like she's got some
She's very,
fluffy
very
fur, huh?
soft. Yes. She's a
Wow.
big girl. She's the ultimate snuggler. Get it, baby.
Aw, she's pretty. Do you know about how old? Is there a
I
estimate?
think she's about 3. She's been in the rescue for, well, I've had her since about June.
Okay.
And she was found as a stray in Lee County with her 3 kittens, which I believe have all been adopted now.
Great.
Just recently, maybe. Because last I knew, 2 of them were still in the rescue.
Gotcha.
No,
So
look, baby.
what is Lady Whiskerdown's most appealing quality?
I would say she's a snuggler. She sleeps with you. She barely moves throughout the night. She really loves sleeping between my husband's legs. She's quiet. She's a real quiet cat unless like when I pick her up. If she doesn't like it, she'll meow at you. She chirps only when she's not happy. So
So she's
she
not
knows
much
what
of a
she likes.
yeah. She's not much of a troublemaker.
No, nope. She's actually she's probably one of the only cats that doesn't get on my counter.
That's a plus.
So
Yes.
Heather, would you say like the perfect family for her would probably be like a low key, like easygoing family, or what do you feel like would be
I definitely
the
think
best fit?
probably, easygoing, maybe like older kids that can respect the fact that she doesn't want to be picked up. She's also a big girl, so I think it's more uncomfortable for her that she doesn't like to be picked up.
Yeah.
So I think either older kids that, can pick her up once in a while, but know to put her down when she's done. Somebody that wants a cat to sleep in their bed because she will sleep with you. When she won't come and sit. She will sit in your lap. Sometimes she'll lay on top of me if I'm laying down, but she, she'll snuggle right up next to you. And when she wants pet, she'll walk right by you and brush against your leg if you're standing there. Um, she's really good. Lady.
Awesome.
She's a big girl. Lady.
I like it. She just looks soft. I mean, it's amazing
She
to me that
is.
she can
She's a
that
very,
comes through
very
the camera so well. We
yeah,
have a
she
cat
is.
kind of like that. It reminds me of that. Yeah.
Oh, and she
Nice.
loves head scratches. Oh,
Aw.
lady.
So if somebody wants somebody to snuggle with, this might be the fit.
And she don't like you playing with her too much.
Well, thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
She's beautiful. What a gem. Appreciate you sharing her with us. All right. So I
Lady.
dubbed this next pet our event mascot. I don't know why. I was just like, you know what? Well, actually, I do know why. I remember why now. I remember. It's because Kelsey was reaching out about Kay and saying any ideas about getting Kay some more exposure. And that's why we're here. That's why she's the mascot. So we're going to it is Megan Johnson that's going to share Kay with us.
Okay, go. Hi, so this is Kay. She's 2. She is a mixture of a bulldog. She's 50% standard, 25 French, and 25 American. She is very hyper. She would do best in a house with being the only child, as she loves to be the spotlight of attention. But yeah, she's quite wonderful.
I think my favorite thing about Kay is she She loves playing with her toys, and she's such like a goofball bulldog. We do know what her mix is. So she is 50% standard bulldog, 25% French bulldog, and 25% American bulldog. So if you want like a full-on bulldog mix, that's Kay.
Yeah, she sleeps with me, but she's also kennel trained. But she's like, I keep her in the kennel when I'm at work all day. I take her out in public a lot, and she's perfectly fine. She doesn't really do well with other dogs and kids, but if it's like if you introduce them very slow, she's fine. But she has a lot of puppy energy.
Yeah, I mean that was one of my favorite things about her is just that crazy energy. That I've seen some of your posts on social media about Kay, and I'm just enthralled with her. She's unique to me. I'm looking this way, you guys, because I can see her bigger on a screen over here. That's why. But yeah, look at her just go. Oh, what a
She's
face
hard to
too.
get to sit. She snores very loud, so she's constantly loud.
Yeah, Kelsey sent us a video of.
Yeah. She's perfect.
She's perfect. She's perfect. Somebody take Kay, please. Please. They don't get any better than Kay. Let's come up with all kinds of taglines for Kay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've had her since November. But she's been a foster for like a year now, I believe, right, Kelsey?
Yeah, she's been in foster care for almost a year, coming up on, well, in May. She'll be, in our care since May. And I think, part of that, like, I don't want people to get discouraged by that, but I mean, some of it's just because she would really do well as an only pet. She wants to be your one and only. She wants to be the queen bee. She can definitely, like Megan said, get along with other dogs. It just is like a very slow process for her. So she will be your companion and your loving companion through anything. And we really love to find her, a great home where she can just be that spoiled little dog in your care. So she's very sweet and goofy.
And goofy. She is goofy. I mean, she just made me laugh, And I'm glad that we could see her this way here, since I know that, as you already said, Megan, adoption events might not be ideal, being around all the newness and all the other people and pets. Yep.
Yeah, she gets overwhelmed pretty fast. She's definitely a homebody.
Aw. My kind of dog. I've become a bit of a homebody too. All right. Well, thank you very much, Megan. You're doing a great job with her. Yep, Julia,
you.
thanks for the hearts. I see that. That's awesome. Yeah, we have another couple here. Megan Boljak. Megan, when he unmutes you, I want you to do me a favor and make sure I know how to pronounce your last name, please.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, my last name is Bolajak.
Bolajak. Thank you for that. All right, so Megan has Ruby and Vega both today, right?
Huh?
All right. Let's see them.
So this is this is Vega. She is 10 months old. She weighs about 20 pounds. And I named her Vega because Vega means swooping eagle, and you can't really see it, but well, you can. I think that this marking on her chest looks like eagle wings, and so that's why I chose to name her Vega. Vega does well with other dogs. She's submissive, and she loves playing with the other dogs here at my house. She loves toys and will play by herself. Like she throws the toys up and catches them and runs through the house and does zoomies. And because she's little, it's so cute because she's just so cute with her little zoomies running through the house and jumping up on the furniture. And let's see, what else do I have to say? She loves chewing on bones, and so a lot of the times she likes to be kind of like right with me, but she will also go and sit in the chair and chew her bone and be quiet. can't remember if I've said this or not already, but she is crate trained. Although I will admit that when she wants to get out, she is very vocal about it, but she does like settle down. She has a little high pitched little bark whine that when but she will settle down in the crate. Let's see. She loves to have her belly rubbed, and a lot of times you can find her whenever like she's running around the house being silly. When you go up to talk to like see her, she's like, rub my tummy, and I've got like lots of videos and stuff of her just like laying beside me as I'm like working or whatnot, and I'm rubbing her stomach, and she's like, yes, this is the best life ever. So I will pause and see if there are any questions. Oh, before I go, see if there's questions, I will put a little plug in that I also have her sister. Her sister's name is Lizzie. And I don't have her on screen today because she still needs some work and she's not ready to be adopted yet. But Miss Vega is a wonderful, amazing little dog who would really be great in just about any home.
So
Megan.
we'll have, I just want to say we'll have time for the audience to visit with these pets in a little bit. But yeah, Kelsey, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Megan, can you describe Vega's size a little bit more? Because you have her on video, but I don't know if people like realize how small she is. So how tall are you and where does like Vega sit like size wise?
Let's see. Well, I'm like 5'6" and I'm sitting on the couch. I'm gonna see if I can like maybe adjust the
Or like if you had another dog, like a purebred dog to compare to, would you say like maybe you can kind of see her size. Yeah, she's tiny. I was just trying to get at she's like a smaller, like medium-sized dog for those on, that are on the call that are looking for like a smaller sized dog. Vega definitely like fits that size range for that.
Just precious.
Yes.
Yeah. She's very, very sweet, very cute, very, very loving. I think she's just a perfect little pup.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And do you have the other one with you?
I do. I'm going, if it's okay, I'm gonna put her up real quick and grab Ruby. And so I'm gonna go off camera for 1 second and I'll be right back.
Totally cool. Yes. She's doing double duty. So that's a great thing. You guys that are fostering these animals, I just want to say thank you again. I know we keep saying it, but you deserve all the recognition in the world. And so we're glad to have this opportunity to express our gratitude for what you're doing. I also want to mention Robin. Robin keeps holding up her precious beast, Robin Murray. And yeah, she doesn't have to say anything. I just wanted you to make sure you saw her dog because wow, what a fluffy face. That's our intermission right there. When Megan comes back with and is ready to show Ruby, that'll be our last one. So start thinking about what you thought about all these animals, because remember, we're going to ask you to go vote in a little bit for different categories. So when you go on the dashboard and you look at that, you're going to see their names. So that'll hopefully help you remember a little bit about them. And then after Megan finishes sharing this dog, we're going to go back to Matt so he can do his demo. We've got a few minutes for that. So that's what's coming up next. All right, Megan, take it away.
So this is Ruby, and she's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to show, but Ruby is a year old, and she has she's like around, I haven't weighed her recently, but I would say she's at least 60 pounds now. She was pretty thin, but she's gained quite a bit of weight. She is also housebroken and crate trained. She does excellent in the crate. She will totally like chew her bone in the crate. Really like just hang out there and be quite quite content. She loves to go for rides. She rides excellently in the car. Like she just lays down and and trusts wherever we're going to go is going to be fun. Come here, Ruby. She likes to go for hikes, and so we do a lot of walks with her. She is dog friendly, but she needs slow introductions. She loves to play with my other dogs. They can get kind of rough in the house, but she loves play fighting and doing all the things that they like to do together, probably with different toys together. And I would say like one of the things that like we're working on with Ruby is that she's kind of timid and shy with new people. And so you can't really see her personality that well in like events because she's just like just nervous about new things. But once she knows that she can trust you, she's just like so loving and sweet. And I do get tickled because she has very long legs. Like that's one of the things that I think I'll always remember about Ruby is that she is very long and she has very long legs. And so like she'll be sitting halfway on the couch and it's like she can still reach up and scratch my face. Not in a mean way, but like she paws me. And so she's very long. Uh, Also a kind of cute characteristic, which you can't really see right now, is her ears. So like one of her ears does, trying to get the camera, she's moving around.
Aw.
One of her ears like goes up and one stays down. And so I think that that's pretty cute. She has been professionally trained. And so I'm still working with her on some different basic training things, but overall she's a good sweet girl that loves to cuddle, loves to play, loves to go for hikes, and is overall a really very well behaved dog. I just recently took her to Asheville with me, and like I said, she did great on the 3.5 hour drive. She did excellent in the hotel room. I left her not in a crate in the hotel room, and she did just fine. I don't even think she like barked. She only barked like when she heard people like in the hallway and stuff. She didn't whine because we weren't there. She did like really, really well, and she met people and was good in the elevator. And so we went to some breweries, and she was social and excited to be out in new places. So that's Ruby.
Beautiful. She's gorgeous too. I mean, really attractive dog. It's nice to hear that she's been trained. And then, of course, remember you guys, Matt made that fabulous offer for us earlier. Thank you, Megan. Thank you. So Matt said he's going to provide a training package for somebody if they adopt through this event. That's so generous. So Matt's offered to, we've got Megan coming up soon, going to share some insights about Lending Paws a Hand. Just before that, we're going to have Matt do his demonstration for us because we want to see more. We need all that information. So Matt, show us what you got.
Okay, here we go. We got the dog always waiting for the most important thing in her life because of everything we talked about earlier, folks. This is created, right? She's not born this way. We create this in everything, in every dog. So first off, I'm going to put the ball away. The ball is going in my pocket. We're going to talk about what I start with. Can you hear me okay, I hope?
We can hear you. Yeah.
We're going to start with luring. I've got some kibble in my pocket, regular kibble. I don't use treats. I save those for once I really know the dog So if I have to work through something they're really struggling with, aggression, reactivity, resource guarding, scared of people, scared of dogs, I can bring out that big $100 bill, that treat. If we overuse stuff like toys and affection laying around and given for nothing, it becomes a $5 bill. Okay? I keep all these toys a $100 bill because I don't overgive them. There's a time and place for them. Here we go. This is luring. It's how I start with every dog session 1, once they come up and welcome me. It is taught. Now she's in drive right now, so watch your fingers with a dog like this. We're teaching her to follow the kibble. I'm not asking her to do anything. I've already taught her this. I'm going to lure her into a sit, a down. I'm going to lure her to place. I'm going to back her up. I'm going to try to spin her around. Just creating muscle memory, having fun, bonding, relationship. Good, easy. We'll pay her for that, right? Good, easy girl. Make it a little more valuable, that word, right? Here we go. So the come command, I don't say anything. That's how I start it. That's how I start it. It all starts with 1 step, 1 second. We'll go into a down here in a second. Since she's sitting, just nose to toes. Every dog is a little different. Yes. 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 Got to watch the butt and the elbows, make sure they don't cheat. Yes. You see her response to yes, classical conditioning, because she knows it very well. Yes. A little twitch, right? Chemical release. Let's do it on the place. Yes. 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 So that's luring, right? So I can start naming things down the road in a few days, a week, right? So that I can start naming things before I move. Like this. Let's pretend I've done a bunch of luring to shape the sit. Yes. Then I can start naming it right before I lure. So I'm going to release her. Yes. So I can get her back and do another repetition. I've done a bunch of luring. We're working on the SIT right now. I know you can't see me. We're working on the SIT. I've done luring a couple 100 times. 10 in the morning, 10 in the evening, 20 a day for a week. I'm not good at math. I think it's around 140, something like that. So now I'm going to say sit, then lure. Yes. Okay. I'm not working on distance or duration or distractions. I'm not working on any of that right now. This is all taught inside. Okay, everything is taught inside. My dog loves this, right? Right? This is valuable to her. This is a drug to her because I created this. Right? It's to be respected. Till I say yes. Till I give her permission to take it. Very important, right? Or this dog would be like a lot of dogs out there and make not so good or safe choices. Like she wanted to do when she was a little puppy, right? She wanted to chase and jump and bite and dig and bark at everyone that walked by and growl at every dog. She's a sport dog. She's a sport bred German Shepherd. A high drive. So we're just going to mess around now and I'll just show you some things. This is just very informal. Drop. Good. Right? I thank my dog for everything. Even though she's 4 years old and fully trained, I still thank her. I want her to know I'm proud. Ellie, place. Good. I just commanded her to place. She's to stay there until I say yes. Yes is a reward, the ball in this case, and also a release. The dog's allowed to move. It is taught on a short leash from right next to the place bed. Right? Drop, place. I teach everything from 1 foot away. Every command, sit down, up, off, place, leash manners, all inside, all on a short leash. There's a lot I need to do before I'm ready to add duration distractions. For example, I need to be able to walk around the dog while she's working on place. I've got the leash in my hand. Good place. Just reminding her. The dog needs to be very good there for a couple few days, 95% or more, right? It's called successive approximation. It all starts with 1 second, 1 step. This doesn't just happen. Well, good, place. Right? I had to work my way back from right next to the place bed, then 1 tiny step further for a day, then a little step further. This is all the foundation. Come. Good. Yes. So there's the come. Every dog should know this stuff, folks. Asking once. It's not that hard. With an adult dog over a year old, I can do it, within a month. Come, sit down, up, off, place, drop. Good. And let's go leash spinners. That looks like this. Let's go. Good, let's go.
It sure is impressive to see your hard work pay off.
Okay. And then she's released to go do what she wants. She's probably going to get her ball and bring it to me. Good. Drop. Good. 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 Back, 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 back. Anyway,
Matt,
yeah.
That's inspirational right there.
Yeah, we're a good team. We work hard. We worked our butt off for the first year and a half of her life, folks. Right? I put in the hard work for the first year. I got her at 8 weeks old. Right? She slept in my arms the first few nights, and then it was right to fun and crate training and luring and shaping and impulse control, and I let her be a dog and explore, and yes. Takes a while, but we work hard for that first year and a half, so we can enjoy a great off-leash dog with 4 legs that's designed to run and play.
Yeah.
This is a fulfilled life. I can take her anywhere, literally, downtown Raleigh, Charlotte, back home in Burlington, Vermont, anywhere off leash, because she knows a heel very, very well. Frontwards, back, yeah. And she loves it though, right? Dogs don't.
She does love it.
She loves it. I'm not asking her to come and bring it to me. She brings it and she drops it because we have a healthy, proper relationship.
Well, thank you so much for taking her out there and letting us see your reward for all your hard work. Everybody give Matt a huge hand.
Every day. Every day.
Awesome.
No matter what. Every single day. Tornadoes, rain, sleet, hail. She loves it. It's my job and duty to give her what she loves. Good girl, honey.
Yep. Thank you. I know we'll be visiting with you again. Even if it's on social media, we'll be connecting again. So thank you for your participation, for all of this valuable content. We desperately needed it. We need our animals to be happy like your dog is right there. All right. So we're going to move to the next segment, which is we have some great information about Lending Paws a Hand. And I don't know everything that Megan is going to share with us. Megan Zierfoss is a board member of Lending Paws a Hand, which she's going to be teaching me a thing or two right now because I just learned about your organization less than a month ago. So I'm still learning all the things. But Megan, before we have you actually sharing your thoughts with us, we're going to do something fun. We're going to give away a prize and I need your help. So all you have to do is tell me your favorite number between 1 and 29. Just pick a number, any number.
I'll go with 7.
7. So number 7 on our leaderboard is Julia. Boy, Julia's got the wins today. You get the $25. No, not $25. Sorry. The in my head it was like worth $25. Kelsey tells me she has a cat toy pack available.
Yes.
So this prize, the random draw that Megan just gave us, is for the cat toys. So Julia, you won that. Yay. Congratulations. We always have so much fun giving things away. So with that said, Megan, please take it away.
Hi, everyone. Kelsey asked me to just share a little bit about the rescue group. My name is Megan Zierfoss. I'm a board member with Lending Paws a Hand. I started volunteering with Lending Paws around 2018 after my husband and I adopted our 2 dogs through the rescue. And I currently help with managing the lpah.org website. Lending Paws a Hand is a recognized 501c3 volunteer-run foster-based rescue. Our mission is to help save the lives of unwanted, at-risk dogs and cats throughout Lee County. We primarily save animals from the Lee County Animal Shelter. And unfortunately, this shelter is very small with only 16 dog kennels and, excuse me, let me grab a sip of water. 16 dog kennels and 10 cat kennels. And with Sanford's continuous growth, the shelter fills up very fast. Since our founding in 2013, Lending Paws has helped find loving homes for over 600 pets. We continue to educate and network within the Lee County community, including initiating our Ichi and Luke Legacy Fund, which goes towards helping families with pets with vetting, such as spay and neuter, and also helping the county shelter with the purchase of vaccines. As discussed tonight, there are many ways that you can help our organization, whether that be joining as a volunteer, helping foster a pet in need, participating in our Tails on Trails program, providing monetary donations to our rescue animals that are still looking for their forever homes, and of course, adopting from us. And we'd love to thank everybody for attending today's event. We're so happy to have you guys here.
So thank you so much for sharing that, Megan. We're happy to get to meet you too. Thank you for being here. And I'll say it again, I've been, just in case you didn't know this, Megan, I've been so grateful for Kelsey and all of her hard work to help put this together and to get all of you volunteers completely involved with us. So fabulous. So Anne, TNR is her specialty, trap, neuter, release. Is that right? Anne, is that right?
Yes, that is right.
Okay. And then Dr. Tiana, she's a veterinarian. And then, of course, Kelsey, you are all very familiar with her expertise as actually she seems to be able to do all the things, which is kind of exciting. She's a good go-to person for anything in this space. So you are able to, this is an open forum, you guys. You're able to ask anything that you would like. I have a few questions here too that I'm going to ask them. But I just want to let you know that at any moment you can raise your digital hand, ask your question. We'll call on you. Lane will unmute you, and then we'll keep on learning. We know that we're going to keep on learning today, just like we have been from Matt's pet training information. So I'm gonna start with Dr. Tiana. Doctor, thank you for being here. I haven't met you yet. I'm glad I get to see you now. It's very generous of you to, yeah. It's generous of you to come here and do this. Can you introduce yourself for the group here, and then also just tell us how you're involved with Lending Paws a Hand? What brought you here?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been a veterinarian for about 6 years, graduated in 2019. Relatively newer to North Carolina. I moved out here a few years ago, and I actually just started my own vet hospital in Holly Springs. So when we kind of got the hospital going, I reached out to Kelsey and I was like, what can we do to help get involved? So I'm here just reaching out for whatever you guys need. We do offer discounts for a lot of rescues in the area just to try to help with pet care. So any questions that you guys have for me, I'm more than happy to answer.
So could you share, this is my personal question.
Mm-hmm.
When you're working with these rescues, so we'll take cats for example, when you're working with these, what are some of the most common things that you're able to assist them with? What's going on with these animals that come to you?
Yeah, so we do have a lot of people that foster cats. So any sort of illness, injury that happens, we can definitely help with. Most of the time, they're already vaccinated through the rescue, so we don't usually get to do a lot of the preventive care. But helping with fixing, spaying, neutering, those sorts of things we can do. I've even worked with, the SPCA doing a lot of low cost spays, neuters, getting them all fixed up. We also offer just information and guidance to some of the fosters that we work with. What should I be feeding them? Kittens that come in, what do we do in those situations? So we are mostly there from an educational standpoint. A lot of the rescues we work with, especially Lending Paws and Hands, they've got it all together. They kind of know what they're doing. So we're kind of just backup support for them and whatever they need.
So do you have any good advice for somebody, let's say somebody here or somebody watching the replay, even somebody has decided that they're going to take home that new pet? What are some key steps for them to consider when it comes to your field?
Yeah, absolutely. I would make sure that your home is ready before you even bring a new pet into the environment, especially if it's a puppy. You want to make sure that there's not things laying around the house that they can get into. And then once you feel like your home is kind of ready, just doing a slow introduction of the pet to your home. If you have other animals in the home, that's also something to consider. Just doing a very slow introduction. Don't just kind of throw them all together. Making sure you know what you're going to feed them. So getting the appropriate food, knowing how much you're going to feed them, and just kind of knowing if there is an emergency or you need any vet care, where to go and where to take them. I would say those are kind of the main things that I usually recommend to people that are fostering animals or thinking about fostering.
So those are great things to keep in mind. I'm really glad that you're being so thorough about it, because there's a lot of stuff that can slip through the cracks, right?
Yes, yes. There is.
So when it comes to their wellness, what do they want to be sure they're doing?
Making sure that they're getting vaccinated. That's the big thing, kind of with at least the core vaccines. So rabies, that's required by law, the distemper parvo vaccine, making sure, that's the biggest thing from a preventive care standpoint. If they're not already fixed, making sure that they're getting spayed or neutered, kind of just from a population control standpoint. Now, sometimes medically that's not ideal for these younger ones, and sometimes the vets may recommend to wait till they're a little bit older. And then just making sure you know where to take them if there is an emergency or something like that going on.
Makes sense. Yeah. So have that lined out in advance for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Do you have you had any experiences that you can think of that were just near and dear to your heart when it comes to working with rescue pets?
Yes, I did have one actually relatively recently. We had a pit bull that was kind of rescued from a situation, and it was a next door app thing. It wasn't even through a rescue or anything like that, but she kind of took this dog in and was fostering it. It came from a breeding kind of hoarding situation and had some pretty severe wounds. And this was like the sweetest pit bull I've probably ever met. And it was just so sad that she had to go through all of that. But it sounds like she's in a better place now. She's got a good family. So that was my most recent kind of rescue case that it was a tough one, but she got through it and she's doing really well.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. So we are inundated with how sad a lot of the situation is, how overwhelming it can be. So when we can hear those inspiring success stories, it sure does help.
Yeah. And I think it's awesome that there's so many fosters willing to help, because I've been in a lot of situations where people will even bring their pets into the vet clinic and say, my pet is sick, I can't do anything for it, or we're going to euthanize because it has this chronic problem. And just I've worked with a lot of rescues in general that have been great about, I reach out, they find me a foster, and we can save that pet and we don't have to put it down. So shout out to all the fosters out there that are helping out, because it's very much appreciated, especially in the veterinary world. So
yeah, you see it all, I'm sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sure. Well, we're gonna ask Anne a few questions, but you guys, if you have questions for the doctor, please do raise your digital hands. We'll be sure we get to you. For sure. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Tiana. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, of course.
Now, Anne, since most of you on here are pet professionals at this stage. You don't have to explain it to them, but I need to know. Tell me more about trap, neuter, release. Tell me about your role and about you. Give us a heads up on what's going on there.
Yeah, so I moved to North Carolina 5 years ago, and I moved from up north, and I just had never seen anything like the stray cat population down here. So I knew I needed to get involved, and I wanted to figure out the best way. And it all kind of started in particular in my neighborhood. There were a lot of stray cats coming around, and they all ended up being feral. So I started doing TNR here, and then realized that there was a big need for it when people started hearing about what I was doing. And it's grown into a huge thing now where I'm working with a rescue and doing, a couple dozen cats every month. And yeah, it's pretty awesome to see all these people come together.
That is really awesome. So tell me about the process. How does this work? What you're actually doing?
So I'd say the place to start is to locate a colony, or just an area where there are a lot of stray cats or feral cats, mostly feral cats. The That would be the first step, probably, locating an area that needs a lot of help, needs a lot of feral cats trapped and fixed. So I guess starting there, then finding some funding, scheduling appointments, and then working on trapping all of them, which is the hardest part because you have to be really patient. So working on trapping cats, which is kind of like a all day thing. You have to set up traps in the morning, check on them throughout the day, go overnight, set alarms early in the morning and go in the morning, reset them, and then transporting them all to the clinic and getting them all fixed, and then letting them recover and releasing them back where you found them.
That's incredible. I honestly didn't know that was such a big thing. And it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. And I love it. And I've seen huge cat populations in certain places that I've lived too, and that probably was going on there and I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I just saw all these feral cats.
Yeah, it never ends.
It never ends. So that's pretty neat though. So you gave me this one because I'm learning here about the ear tip. So what is an ear tip and why is it important? Teach me something there.
I read a story recently about a woman that had been trapping at a colony where most of the cats were all black or gray. And the person that asked her for help didn't want their ears tipped. An ear tip is just a little notch off the tip of their ear. It's kind of like the universal sign to say, hey, this cat has been trapped and vaccinated and fixed. And it is so important because in this situation, the woman didn't want their ears tipped, so she was trapping dozens of cats for this lady, and then their ears weren't tipped, so she didn't know because they were, all the same color. She couldn't tell them apart. So she had a really hard time trapping the remaining ones, was trapping ones that were already fixed and taking them to the clinic and wasting a lot of her time and money. And she kind of just gave up on the colony, and it grew just as big as it was before she started because she just couldn't do it because their ears weren't tipped and she couldn't tell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I've seen cats with that ear tip and I did not know what that was about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means I'm fixed.
That is great. Okay.
Yeah.
So the last one that we have here on this list, and again, you guys, if anybody has a question for Anne about her area of expertise, that's great. You can raise your digital hand. But this other question is, and I don't know this either, what's the difference between a stray and a feral cat?
A stray cat is usually a cat that is socialized or can be socialized to people and could possibly come and live indoors. A feral cat is a cat that is just too wild and scared and upset to ever be able to live inside and is typically best just trapped, fixed, and released back where they were found because they very likely cannot adjust to being around humans.
So what would you recommend if somebody comes across a colony like this? What would you recommend they do to find out if it's being taken care of in this way?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that they would probably, if they don't know who's taking care of it, they could ask around and see if there are people in the area that might know if someone is taking care of the colony, because usually someone is, and usually people know about it because some people don't like cats and some people do. So a lot of the time, if somebody wants to help or wants to find out what's going on, just asking around, trying to find out who's helping. And if nobody is, reaching out to a rescue to try to find a person that does TNR to maybe get their assistance to start that process.
Yeah, well, what made me think of that question was when you said that that other person had given up on the colony. I was like, okay, so now here we got a situation that's not getting better, as you
Yeah,
said.
yep, yeah.
So we can all do our part and just be conscientious about it if we're
Yes,
seeing
yes,
those
ma'am.
colonies. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. So any other thoughts, Dr. Tiana Montel or Ann Morrow, any other thoughts for us?
I don't have anything at the moment.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Doctor, we put your information up on our dashboard so people can find you if they want to talk to you more about your practice, about the work that you're doing for the rescue space. And Anne, thank you too. Thank you both of you for sharing your knowledge with us and adding value to this event. Hopefully there's going to be many more that get to watch later on too that'll benefit from your wisdom. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
All right, guys. So what do we have next? We've got another prize. Well, why not? Because we like doing that here, right? So we've had so far a number of people come and go that I know are interested in adopting animals. I'm pretty sure we still have at least one. I know most of what I see here are our foster volunteers. I'm looking, yep. Okay, so we may still have one or two. I just want to let you guys know that if you have decided that you for sure are going to adopt, so this is, I'm speaking to not the volunteers right now, I'm speaking to anyone else that's watching. If you decide that you for sure are going to adopt, and you don't have to have known which animal yet or have your application approved yet, we're just saying you've got it in your heart, you know that this is what you're going to do. If that's you, then I want you to just put pledge in the chat. And Lane will watch for that, and you'll want to know, we'll want to know that, and you'll want to know that later. So just put pledge in the chat if that's in your heart. We're going to do this prize drawing. This prize drawing is for the top dog on the leaderboard. So I'm going to go over to the leaderboard, which I have on this monitor over here, and see, well, is that right, Lane? Somebody's been busy. No, it's not you. Lane, is it me? You know why it's not Lane or me? Because we've been on this dashboard more than any of you, for sure, 100% for sure. The reason it's not us is because I go in and I clear out the points. You didn't know I could do that, did you? It's Heather. Top dog prize goes to Heather. Heather is getting the $25 gift card from the Brass Kettle Cafe. Don't try to say that 10 times fast. I don't think that would work out. Brass Kettle Cafe. But anyways, yay, congratulations, Heather, for working that leaderboard. Oh my goodness. Good job. How many points does she have? 1,036. Woo! Now I did not know. I gotta say this is an honorary mention. Leslie Skillman's been at the top of that thing for a long time, Leslie. She just got you at the last minute. Came around the bend. All right, so congrats again. That's great. I'm going to make a note that Heather's getting the Brass Kettle Cafe. thing. All right, let's see. Let me get a time check. Wow, we've done a great job, you guys. We've stayed. Congratulations, all of you. You've done a fabulous job of staying on time, sharing your pets efficiently and effectively and attractively. Very nice. I am so happy to see that. All right. What we're going to do, oh, also just a little heads up for people who may be watching who aren't here, because it looks like most all of you, as I said already, are foster volunteers. But for somebody who's watching who's not here, I just want to mention that you can stay connected with Lending Paws a Hand. Of course, they have a website, Lending Paws a Hand. It's Lending Paws a Hand Incorporated, INC, Inc. When you look for them on Facebook as their Facebook page. There's Friends of Lending Paws a Hand is the Facebook group. And then Kelsey, we'll have to tell you the YouTube channel because I did not look that up. Do you know it, Lane?
Yeah, it's just Lending Paws a Hand. If you
So they
if you
can
search
find
on
it easily?
YouTube, yep. If you search on YouTube, you'll be able to find it.
Perfect. Well, since I've got you there, I'm going to ask you, do you have any other words of wisdom about how people can stay involved and connected with you?
Yeah, I think the main one is just if you go to our website, so lpah.org is a great website to look up.
Okay.
No. Sorry, my toddler's in the background yelling right now. But yeah, if you go to lpah.org, that's really where you can find anything about fostering and volunteering.
Yep, and tell them where they can see, because is this about half of the pets you have in your care that we saw today?
Yes, there's more on our website, so definitely go to View Pets and you can find more there as well.
Right, and so when you do that too, you get taken to Pet Finder, and you'll get to see a lot of beautiful pictures and profiles of the other available pets too. So we strongly encourage you to stay connected with Lending Paws a Hand in any way that you want. If you're somebody who is considering adoption or you want to learn more about adoption, of course, go to their website. Their adoption application and their foster application are both clearly found on their website, so you can fill those out and get the process started of becoming a new pet parent. Of course, we want all the help we can get. That's why we're here, right? All right, so I think we've pretty much covered most of the announcements. In a few minutes, there's going to be a survey on the dashboard, and we strongly encourage you to do that because we intend to do more virtual adoption events, and you can help us with those becoming better and better by simply taking the time to just make a couple of comments. If it's a suggestion, if it's an idea, right? The more minds, the better. So if you've got something in your head that you think might work out great, then please go ahead and put that down, or just say anything, say thanks. Like, I don't care. I just would love to see a response from all of you. So please do that. It's going to be on the dashboard. You just click a button, fill out the survey. If you haven't done it yet, you can go ahead and vote. I will go on the group for sure, and I will make an announcement later after we've had a chance to look at all of the pet votes to find out who are the ones that are going to get these beautiful Best in Show certificates. And when you do get a Best in Show certificate, if you're a foster volunteer watching and you get the certificate, we'd love for you to use it posing with your pets, right? And then it just gives you another little perk and something fun, like, can you believe that this cat got an award for being the most chill or something like that? Whatever it happens to be. So yeah, we're gonna let you guys visit if you want. We're not gonna close the doors. We don't do that here, actually. We keep things open because we encourage connection and community as much as is possible. Of course, you don't have to stay. But I know that we have like Luann, she's interested. She let me know she's interested in finding a cat or two. So if you have a cat and if Luann wants to visit with you about your cat, stay here and chat. We're not kicking you out. If you have any questions for me, now's a good time. I'll take them. But you guys haven't been very crazy with questions today. So. No? Closing thoughts? No. All right. Well, then what we'll do is we'll just keep it open so you guys can visit. We're so grateful that you chose to share your pets. And yes, Kelsey said Anne can feature her cats. Actually, that's a great idea, Kelsey. I know you're so busy with your toddler. And if you're up for it, is she still on? There she is. If you're up for it, we would love to see your cats.
Okay.
We definitely have time for that because we're still within time.
Okay. I will go to them now.
Nice.
Give me 1 second. Okay. We have, oh, let me figure out how to turn the camera around. So we've got Lumi, or this is Shepherd. Wait, who is this? Who is this? It's Lumi. Hi, Lumi. And we've got Shepherd. He's very social. Penny. Lumi loves to jump on people's shoulders and loves to sit in people's laps and snuggle. Shepherd is super, super social as well. He doesn't like to climb on people's shoulders as much as Lumi. But they're both so sweet and so social. They're honestly two of the coolest kitties we've ever fostered, and they're very hard to give up.
Yeah.
It is okay.
They've had a crazy day today, so they're not as spunky as they normally are. Hi, honey.
So they're hard to give up, huh? That must happen a lot with fostering.
Oh my, very much.
Heather's agreeing. Yeah. Can't help but fall in love with
Heather
them.
fostered them. I think Heather fostered them too, but I don't remember. Yeah.
So
They're
why would
so
somebody
sweet.
consider one or both of those cats?
Lumi and Shepherd are bonded, so they have to be adopted together, but I think that they're so great with everybody, which is just, it's not like that with every cat. All cats are very unique and have very specific personalities, but Lumi and Shepherd kind of don't seem to care about anything. They just love being with people and playing, and they're just doing silly things all the time. They're the least picky cats I've ever met.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's neat to know.
Yeah.
I
They're
think they might
awesome.
have been bottle fed too, which is why they're real snugglers.
Oh, that would make sense.
If I'm not mistaken, Christina bottle fed them as itty bitty kittens.
Oh, okay, that would make sense because we've only fostered them for a few weeks, so I don't know a ton about them, but my gosh, they're so fun and they love everybody and everything.
Yes, we only had them for about a long weekend, and my husband probably would have kept them if he could.
Yeah, that's how we feel too. If we didn't already have 3 cats, they would be sticking around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing them.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for seeing them.